Hi, this is Luann from WeddingFlowersAndReceptionIdeas.com. Welcome to my easy flower tutorials. This tutorial is going to focus on how to make a simple but beautiful Oriental lily bouquet. You can make this with some extra special touches by using an Orient bouquet holder and making its own custom wire collar. Relax, this is a lot easier than it looks. I'm going to start with some hot pink wire and an elegant bouquet holder from Oasis. I particularly like these bouquet holders because they have a hollowed out handle with a built-in wick. This allows you to make your design days in advance, pop it in a vase of water, and it still will be fresh on your wedding day. Be sure before you start that you always soak your bouquet holders in water that's been treated with the cut flower food. Then you want to make sure you secure the holders in a vase that's heavy with marbles or sand. You don't want that bouquet holder toppling forward, landing on those flower heads and creasing one of your petals. I'm going to start first by actually creating the wire collar. This is very easy to do. I can actually form this with my own hands and I don't need any tools. This wire is very pliable and easy to make into different shapes. I just began by making little curlicues in different designs. My goal eventually is to have a wire collar that is big enough to encircle the bouquet holder and peek out from underneath the edges of the blooms. So I do want it bigger than what I envision my actual flower heads to be. Once I begin to get the shape I want, I flatten it on the table and then kind of mold it into more of a circular shape. When I'm happy with the size that I have, I hold it up against my bouquet holder so I can visualize and see if it's big enough. If I'm satisfied with the side, I'm going to create anchor pins with the same wire and twist them and then insert it into the foam. But before I insert those pins into the foam, I want to make sure that I dip the edges of them into a floral adhesive. It is important that you use a floral adhesive rather than a different glue such as hot glue or cool melt glue. The reason being is once you refrigerate your bouquet, those other glues can release and pop loose, and you don't want the wire collar coming loose as you go down your wedding aisle. Once you're satisfied with the collar, let's move on to treating the lilies. Oriental lilies are gorgeous. They open up very big. You have to remove the pollen out of the center because if this brushes up against your wedding gown or it touches your hands, it could stain them yellow on your wedding day. It can also stain furniture and everything else. I began to insert the flower heads that I've cut the stems into about an inch deeply into the foam. I cluster them close together and I start by working on the outer perimeter and working my way into the center. As you see, it fills in very quickly. I always want to make sure my blooms stay in place. Once I'm finished, I lock them in with a stem adhesive such as Floral Lock. This is very easy to use. It has a long red nozzle. You merely squirt it in among the blooms close to the foam head. Don't overdo or you'll have a sticky handle to hold. I also always seal all of my flower bouquets with a sealant such as Finishing Touch. This keeps those petals from turning transparent and it actually moisturizes the petals from the outside in. So there you have it, a very simple bouquet that looks like you spent hours making it. I have a more detailed tutorial on this. It's on my website. It gives you product lists and all the things that you need and the availability of buying anything that you can't find otherwise. I do have a lot of different tutorials and do-it-yourself items on my website. If you go to my home page at www.weddingflowersandreceptionideas, you will see a thumbnail on the front page that has do-it-yourself tutorials. There is a lot of other things on my website as well. I have thousands of photos giving you reception decorating ideas and plenty of stunning centerpieces for you to choose from. Many of these pieces I explain to you how they are made and how you can duplicate them and products that you can do to make them yourself. I am a professional florist. I do have available all the supplies that every professional shop uses. The difference is I sell them to you in smaller quantities and they come straight from a floral wholesaler so you know they're fresh. If you don't have time to make your own flowers, I do have pre-arranged flowers that come straight from the farm, so you know they're guaranteed to be a beautiful, fresh flower that will last all through your wedding day. Thank you for joining me. This is Luann from www.weddingflowersandreceptionideas.com. Let me thank you again for doing my part to make your wedding day just a little more beautiful.